Welcome to another episode of the Brown Couch Bruhz, your go-to Detroit sports podcast.
That's right. I'm your boy Jess, a.k.a. A-Game. We're here to bring the latest and the greatest from the D, the 313.
And it's your boy, the Loaf, ready to dive right into the heart of Detroit sports with two of my guys, the Honcho and the A-Game.
Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, PSL Sports, Michigan State, we got you covered.
We'll break down the games, analyze the stats, and give you the hot takes that you didn't know you needed.
Plus, we bring you some amazing guests, legends of the game, Detroit historians, here to share their insights and stories.
So grab a seat on the couch, kick back, and let's get into the action.
Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the Brown Couch Bruhz.
Brown Couch Bruhz, man, we down here on the west side of Detroit. Another home school, as I like to call it. We been here 2 weeks in a row. You know, we normally trying to hit that location, but we back on the Brown Couch.
Brown Couch Bruhz, we back again. Location is coming soon because we got some big games coming up. So, hey, we about to be out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
I love this.
And Jess is back.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Did you miss me?
Down there in Miami,
man.
Florida State.
Down after you getting in trouble, trying to take.
Oh, Lord.
I don't want to tell y'all.
Like one of the bros would say, crack. Don't tell all your
Yeah. I'll tell y'all about that. Getting in trouble.
You wasn't on the 7th floor, were you?
No, I was not on the 7th. Great
That's funny right there.
Great question.
Hey, well, in customary fashion, let's toast it up. And we got a guest today.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
Hey,
Long distance. Bam.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Loaf, what you got for your tip-off today?
Man, little tip off, man. Congrats to the Tigers. Well, I don't want to say it too early. We're moving on to game 5. We got the perennial Cy Young winner going for us probably Saturday of this week in Schuylkill. They've beaten Schuylkill 3 times. A lot of people don't know. Schuylkill has lost to the Seattle Mariners 3 times this year, man. And last week, or earlier this week, of course, he was a losing pitcher. So, we made it to a game 5, so that's all you can. You still want to be, to win it, you got to be in it. And they took care of business today, 9-3. So, hey, go Tigers, man.
Go Tigers.
So my question to that, well, if I told you in April, we're going to come down to a game 5 and put Scuba on the mound, and this is what we're going to do, would you have took it?
Oh, I'd definitely
April.
take it.
You would have took it in April?
I took it in April. I'm taking it now. In October. I'm taking it now in October. I mean, because the guy gave up 2 home runs earlier this week to the same guy. But, you know, plain and simple, we got to swing the bat, man.
Yeah.
We've been leaving runners in scoring position.
Yep.
And like today's game, it was a 9-3 victory. We did what we had to do. We hit with guys in scoring position. If we do that, like my coach Kadar used to say, my old coach used to say, make the game easy. Swing the bat, bring some runs in. That's all you got to do. Swing the bat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go Tigers. Jess, what you got for your tip-off?
College football, man. College football is banging. I'm excited about it because the U is at number 2 behind your Buckeyes.
The Ohio State.
Yeah, oh my God! But it's a lot of parity going on.
It is.
It's definitely this NIL thing, man. And we've talked about it. We've hit on it countless times.
Yeah, we have.
NIL, but this NIL, man, just bringing everybody closer together and a lot of shaking and moving. So get ready for the stretch run. You know, the only thing that's in Miami's way is Cristobal because he's gonna do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But either way. Football, college football is banging right now. Make sure Fridays, Saturdays, y'all check it out, man. It's big right now. That's all I got on that.
Cool. Hey, real quick for my tip-off, basketball is back. The NBA is back,
This week,
baby.
baby.
It's back, baby.
Yeah.
And you heard it here first. The Eastern Conference is wide open. No more Indiana. Too many injuries, and they traded away their threat. The rim protector to Milwaukee.
Yep.
Giannis don't want to play for the Bucks no more.
He's disgruntled.
New York is,
I'm just counting them down.
Is New York. Man, the Pistons gonna win 50 games, baby.
50 and 32.
The Pistons are gonna win 50 games. You heard it here.
They
first.
top 4?
They'll be top 4 in the Eastern Conference. I'm looking at New York, which, you know, they still gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, with Cat and Jalen Brunson, they're gonna be right there. I don't see too many other teams better than the Pistons, man. Maybe, I mean, obvious New York, maybe Miami, I think Miami's got a chance to be a little bit better than they were last year, but they're going to lose Tyler Hero for a major part of the beginning of that year. Milwaukee, as long as Giannis is still out there, I mean, until he decides to go to another team, they're going to be tough. I think the Pistons are right there at 3 or 4. Well, the Celtics, I mean, look, without a Jason Tatum, why are we even talking about the Celtics?
They injured too.
No Jason Tatum?
They injured too.
I'm not even thinking about the Celtics right now. Middle of the Eastern Conference at best, maybe even a play-in team. Now, Jaylen Brown will be there, and they're going to be, they're a deep team. But when you don't have that one-on-one threat that Jason Tatum brings to be able to put pressure on the defense like that, get to the cup, score 20, 30, you lose 25, 26 points out of your lineup.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points to make up.
And he's not bad defensively.
No, he's not.
He's not bad
who you going to make it up with?
That's true.
Derek White?
Well, the league is set up.
Come on, man.
The league is set up for somebody to take them shots. Everybody wants to shoot.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be plenty of shots to be given, but who going to make them?
Who going to make them? Who going to make them?
The Pistons will be number 3. At worst, number 5 seed coming out of the East Conference.
I was going to ask you, do you think they was going to be at least number 2, considering what you broke down just then? It seemed like they at least 2 or 3.
Well, I mean, look, if we look up in February and they're in a 2 spot, let's all be happy. We done got ourselves a present, right? But I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, man. It is wide open. And I think one of the sleeper teams I think we're going to have have to look at it'll probably be the Atlanta Hawks. I think the Atlanta Hawks going to be pretty good. You got a perennial all-pro in Trae Young. That's going to be a tough. He's going to be a tough cover night in and night out. So the Hawks could be there. Cool. But man, I like our Pistons.
Well, to your point on just NBA basketball, shout out to Imani Bates coming over to Philly, he about to get his shots.
Bates is in Philly now?
He in Philly now, baby.
Oh, okay, all right.
So shout out to our hometown. You know what I'm saying?
Boy?
Yes,
Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Get your shots up, baby. Get your
He going to shoot the ball.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna
get
a shot he don't like.
No, he never.
Right.
Guy after my own heart. Never met a shot I ain't like.
Right.
If you ain't shooting, you ain't trying.
You ain't trying. Right.
What are y'all predictions on the Lions? It's football season too.
Well, early on, I think I said 11-6, but the way they playing right now, I wouldn't doubt 12-5. Sunday night coming up next week against Kansas City.
The way they playing right now, they only had one bad game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The way they playing right now. Well, the first game was a dud. I didn't expect them.
It was a litmus test.
Well, and they failed.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get out there.
And they fail.
But now I'm just saying the way they're playing right now.
Okay.
But now, once again, injuries have set in. Our secondary is trash as far as the talent we're going to be putting out there this coming Sunday against Kansas City on Sunday night. But, when you got a motivator like Dan Campbell, and you got players that buy in to the system and believe in what they believe in, I can see right now 12-5. I can up it one game. I can go one game up from 11-6 to 12-5.
The magic number is 12. They got to win 12 games. They win 12 games. Yeah. I think they'll be in position to either win the division or be in a wild card spot. So the magic number is 12. Anything above that is gravy.
It's gravy.
That's gravy. Yeah. Now you can't ask this guy because
I'm a Cowboy fan, guy. But I do have an opinion. So the schedule that was so tough early on in the year has definitely gotten easier. Know what I'm saying? It definitely got easier.
Injuries to Burrows and all of that.
Burrows, teams that, beating the Lamar and all that. And their team don't look like they going to be doing too much. You're going to run into Patrick Mahomes, who they don't look like they doing too much.
Right.
They don't look like much. So, so we saw on paper, the schedule looked tough. That's why you came up with the 11-6. But now, it's wide open for them, man.
But see, I don't mind a season like this because I feel like the past 2 seasons we've been doing so good so early. When it got to where every game mattered, that's when we failed, right? So I'd rather us to have adversity and struggle now, figure it out. So when we get there, we got strategy. Okay, if this happens, we go to this. I don't want to get to where it counts and then
we had never been there before.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
We've played well late, which last year hurt us.
But that's what I'm saying.
And so I think I think the biggest thing for the Lions right now is remaining competitive and healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
Stay competitive and stay healthy. And right now the secondary's banged up. These guys are gonna come back, but that secondary being banged up, we'll see this next 3 weeks of games what that's gonna do.
That's good.
So Jess, what the people saying, man?
Well, it's been a lot of talk on social media, really about the body transformation of some guys. Definitely in the NBA, we had Luka body his, he got all that flack about him being overweight or what have you. His body has changed. And then New Orleans Pelicans.
Zion Williams.
Yeah,
They said-
Zion.
hey, they
his
said-
body done changed.
They said Zion
Zion and smoke crack.
They said Zion look like that dude off Amistad.
right.
Zion looked like a featured chick.
We want free.
I'm the captain now.
So a lot of the question was, was it natural? And we all got our doubts. Science has come a long way. But my question to y'all is, what 3 guys in the NBA that, had they been in this era, been able to transform their body, would have just been even better? Now, we don't know what these guys are going to do with these new bodies, right now. Luka, his skill set, and he started toning it down. It may play a little different. But Zion, to me, bigger was better for him. I just thought he was muscling guys out the way. That's what I thought. I don't know what it's going to play out. I'm looking forward to seeing the new NBA season. But you guys got any couple of guys, that just would have benefited? Now, the one guy who's never changed, before y'all answer that, LeBron has never changed.
Right.
Right. And whatever he's doing to his body, hats off to him. He's not changing at all, man. And I think even after his career, these next 2 or 3 years that he plays, even after that, I think his body's going to stay whatever he's doing, he's going to stay doing what he's doing. But is there any guys that you think could have benefited from just, the science today from back in the day?
The later Sean Kemp.
Man, let me tell you something about Sean Kemp. I hung out with Sean Kemp in Cleveland.
Oh, Lord.
With London. London Fletcher, you know this.
I don't know if that's good or
I
bad.
hung out with Sean Kemp, man. We was in Cleveland, man. Sean Kemp drank everybody under the table.
I believe you.
So that was purposeful, the weight that he put on late in that career. And he had got that big contract when he went to Cleveland, leaving Seattle. So I don't think, he never really battled with weight throughout his whole career, but it was just those later years where he, he just packed it in. He was just cashing checks and packing it in at that time. But I did want to give you a couple people. One, you remember Oliver Miller?
Yep.
Big O.
From Arkansas?
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Big
man.
O.
Rest in peace to Oliver Miller, man. Oliver Miller is probably one of the best skilled big men in the game back then, man. I think he could have benefited from, I don't know if it's the old or anything.
Right. You don't know what it is.
I don't know,
what
but
it
it's
is,
one of them. I think he's one of the guys that I would say, yeah, he could have benefited that. And my boy John Bagley.
I remember
Celtics
Bagley.
guard John Bagley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that bulky guard? Yeah.
Yeah. And I give you one more. Khalid El-Amin.
Little
Point
fat
guard,
chubby guy.
point guard from
Connecticut, UConn.
UConn. And got drafted by the.
Did he win a national
He
championship?
did with Rip.
Yeah, with Rip. Yeah.
And he had that. He got drafted by the Bulls. But man, he was a little pudgy little dude.
Yeah.
And couldn't get by nobody.
Right.
But he put that 250 on you. And, just get you out the way. But those are 3 guys I think could have benefited from, modern science. This is what we'll call it.
We'll call it modern science.
Yep,
There you go.
The one guy I have, and I seen him play in person, everybody talk about Shaq, but they don't remember Stanley Roberts, man. Big Stanley Roberts, 7-footer. Skill behind the basket. He was bigger than Shaq.
Yeah.
When Shaq was at LSU, him and Stanley played together, Shaq was maybe 280, and I'm just saying that on the light end. But Stanley was 320, but his skill set around the basket, he had all that before Shaq.
Had all that.
And I don't even know if Shaq ever developed that, but Stanley Roberts, man, was one of those guys that had the footwork, the skill work. He was just overweight, man.
Yeah.
Just overweight. And I'll tell you 2 other guys that were big in college that slimmed down as they got to the pros. Corliss Williams. He was a fat boy.
I was going to mention Corliss.
When you see Corliss, the Bruhz.
The Bruhz.
And Now, I just had him on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. When he was at LSU, Chris Jackson, he had the chubby face and all that. But when he became Muslim, when he got into the league, he slimmed down a little bit.
He was
a chubby guy.
Naturally done.
Yeah, it was that pork.
Naturally done. That's right.
That's a good segue right there. Yeah, it was that pork. Yep.
Webb, what we got?
Man, listen, man. This is a teaching moment about money. It's not really teaching moment about money. I just want to let you know how these Major League Baseball players get down. So I don't know if the public knows, but they get a per diem. When I was in college at Southern University, we got what we got a per diem. It's like when we go on the road, we stop at a Piccadilly's and our coach would be like, all right, $10. You go into Piccadilly's, you had a buffet, you only had $10 to spend. Just for you educated folks who don't know, or uneducated folks who don't know, baseball players here like the Detroit Tigers, they get $117 a day per diem, whether they eat or not. They get cash. You come to your locker, it's $117 cash. I remember Ricky Henderson said he never spent his per diem money. He just banked it. So if they have meals served to them, they get $34 a day cash. When they come to their locker, it's an envelope, boom. But if there's food there already, they get $34.50. If not, they get $117 cash a day. So if they got a 3-game series here at home against Toronto, or like they play in Seattle, every day they come to their locker, if there's no food there already, it's already $117 in the envelope. And I say that to say, learn how to play baseball.
But don't all professional athletes get per diem?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
And
now, I don't know on the NFL level. I know baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know about basketball, but I do know baseball. They get a per diem.
Boxers have per diem, like when we go to camps.
Okay, well, we get into that. Yeah, we get into that.
I mean, I just thought that was...
You thought that was annoying.
I don't know. I don't know about football or basketball, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty customary. I mean, everybody get money.
Yeah.
And pretty much, I mean, they taking that money, they ain't really eating.
They ain't really
they
give it to the kids.
They spend that money is in a Blu-ray pot. That's in the pot. That's in the pot.
Right.
Yeah. Well, hey man, where they do that at?
Where do they do that?
Man, I watched the game on Monday night.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence trip 2 times before he went to the end zone and gamed these boys out here with Pat Mahomes, man.
Won the game.
Where they do that at, man? How is it that the Chiefs can't tackle a guy who trips twice on his way to the end zone for a game? I
think they only rush 3? I guess it really don't matter, huh?
Listen, so was I the only one when he tripped the first time? Thought like, oh, this that Detroit Lions, this that Detroit Lions stuff here. Everybody keep covering. That's what I thought just happened.
In my mind, I'm like, oh, they got him.
Yeah.
They got him.
Yeah.
And then he tripped again.
And they still ain't getting. Man,
and this is the NFL.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what
Shout out to Jacksonville, man. They got away with one other night, man. They got away with one other night, man. I couldn't believe it, man. You don't let a guy trip 2 times. On his way to the end zone.
And then get the game win.
Fumbling, stumbling, and bumbling.
He did it all. That's right.
Well, look, we got a special guest with us on the couch tonight.
Hey now.
We've got Ed, Thoroughbred, Williams, pro boxer, and Omega Man with a 12
real life cute dog.
A 12-1 record as a professional fighter.
12-1-1.
12-1 record as a professional fighter. 65 total matches as an amateur.
It's a lot of fights.
Has sparred with some of the best of them. Here to sprinkle us with a little bit of that sweet science. Sprinkle us with a little sweet science today. Thanks for sliding on us, my guy.
And I appreciate it.
Welcome to the Brown Couch.
Welcome to the Brown Couch.
You know what? I've been waiting on my invite.
Everybody say that.
I see the bros being mad Justin for the couch. I'm hearing great interviews.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Great conversations.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my friend. Like, at the end of the day, you know, you watch an interview, you're like, I don't even really know them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my friends. So,
Hey, man. Welcome to the couch, man.
Hey,
Welcome to the couch.
we said that we wanted to get more into boxing, and
Yeah.
we haven't covered it at all on this show, man. The years that we've had this show, man, we really haven't gotten in on the boxing game, man. So I'm glad we got you on the couch, man, because I know I got a bunch of questions to ask about the game, you know, just the game in and of itself. But before we get to that, man, I want to know sort of like your origin story. How did you get involved in boxing?
bro, believe it or not, I grew up around boxing. Like my uncle, my mom's brother was Dwayne Thomas, former WBC champ.
Mm-hmm.
He won the WBC at junior middleweight. When Tommy vacated the belt, he fought John Mugabe the Beast. He was supposed to fight Hagler, but Hagler decided not to take the fight. So Mugabe was the number one contender at the time. My uncle was number two.
Mm-hmm.
So they fought. He stopped Mugabe in Vegas.
John the Beast Mugabe was tough, man.
Yeah.
He was tough,
Even
man.
after that fight, Mugabe went on to like
kept on going.
he was killing shit.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a big win for my uncle, for my family, and then also for Crunk. Like Emmanuel was a hit maker.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the evil genius of boxing. Like I've been around, and you know, from just an outsider looking in, and then being a boxer, just he was ingenious. Like, you know, his thoughts, his practices, his, you know, go to market, how he did it. You know, Emmanuel was amazing. And then, you know, he had a lot of people under him that sort of, you know, have the tutelage. You know, Sugar Hill, Jonathan Banks. I mean, a lot of guys. So I was around like for years, and I wanted to box as a kid, but my mom wouldn't let me.
Mm-hmm.
She was, you know, like I don't know, she really wouldn't let me do anything. So I had to kind of do it on my own. So I remember I was 16, so I told my uncle I wanted to box, and I'm like, you know, I want to go to Crunk. You know, at this point, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, Crunk was the mecca of boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you know, I want to go to Crunk. You know, I grew up again around my uncle, Mil McCoy, Jimmy Paul, you know, Tommy Hearns. Like, these were guys, like me and Tommy Hearns' oldest son, Ronald Hearns, we went to high school together. Like, we've known each other. Like,
and he was boxing. He boxed.
Yeah. Heck of an athlete, too.
Oh, man. Yeah. He was actually on his way to the NBA.
Yeah, at King.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He went to Denby. He went to Denby.
That's right. He did go to
play
Denby.
for American University, but ended up tearing his ACL. Like you said, heck of an athlete. So I've been around the sport all my life, and I always wanted to box, but my mom won't let me. So I remember I was 16. I had a car and everything. I had a curfew. And I was the type of kid that...
A car with a curfew. How that
A car
work?
with a curfew. A car with a curfew.
Right. I understand you on the bus, you're walking, you're in a car.
So that means...
Wait, my son got a car with the curfew.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, man.
In
No, it's
between the
possible.
hours
Yeah,
of
it's
my
possible.
time was my time.
Right. But you better be home by 10.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta wrap it up.
Right, yeah.
Pun intended. So... So I remember I was like, you know what? I want to box. And I had, I don't know what happened, but around the high school era, I had started to like get this boxing bug. I had wanted to box. I remember I took gloves to school. One of my best friends, he's Fox News anchor, Joshua Landon.
Little Josh.
Yeah, Josh. I love Josh.
We took Josh played
Denby
football.
guy. Denby,
So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was hard break. You know, you got 5 minutes in between passing. I'm like, Josh, I got these gloves. Josh was like, what you trying to do?
Josh box a little?
I'm like, let's do it. We broke out in a full boxing match in the middle of the hall passing. You know what I'm saying? We literally, it was a round. We literally had 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So
That was the bell.
that was the bell.
That was the bell.
Right. Good luck in science.
Right.
So like,
Wow.
you know, like I wanted to box. So I told my mom. So I was like, you know what? So my uncle actually started training me. And my uncle, he ended up having a comeback fight. And he passed. He was murdered in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And in 99, he had a comeback fight at Caesars. And I was training with him. He used to call me. We used to have to run the cemetery over there off 7 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I kept saying, you got to take me down the Crunk? He's like, no, you don't need Crunk. I got you. I'm like,
I want to be down there.
Yeah, I want to be down there.
I want I.
So my uncle's birthday, he passed or whatever. And then I was like, I still want to pursue boxing. So I called Crunk. And at the time, I didn't know that Crunk was a city-owned recreation center.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I called Crunk, they answered the phone. Crunks, I'm like, what do you got to do to box? What do you need? They like, you can come down. You got to be, to compete, you got to be at least 8. To sign up on your own, you got to be 18. Your parents' consent. They told me the price was like $35 a year or something like that. Because you had to get your your city recreational membership.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, like, okay, this is what they said. She like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm like, all right, mom, look, I'm 16. I got my own card. Where the curfew?
Right.
So as long as I'm home by this time, I'm gonna just go and forge your signature. So we can
with me or you're not.
Yeah, we can have it 2 ways.
Right.
I'm letting you know up front.
Yeah, that's what I was as a kid. Like,
that's what it is.
So she's like, all right, I'm gonna sign you up. So she go sign me up. And I remember it was like yesterday, like, first of all, Crunk looked like an old school haunted house horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
You see kids running outside, all type of stuff going on. It's a whole recreation center. So you got all type of stuff. You go upstairs, you got basketball, dodgeball, all type of stuff, right? So you like, where's boxing? They're like, in the basement. You're like, the basement?
Mm-hmm.
So you go down the stairs to the basement. No lie. First of all, for just being where it is, who it is, your anxiety, everything. But as you get further down the basement, it gets hot. Like, hot. So the thing about Crunk is the boxing gym was next to the boiler room. And it was literally almost 100 degrees every night. Like walls would be sweating. But they say that was some of Emmanuel's secret sauce. Like training in
that kind of heat.
In that type of heat. Like that's how Tommy and all them did good fighting in the suns of Vegas and in the desert.
All
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was, you fighting 100 degrees. So you go down there, it's hot. Like even if you sit on the side, you take off your shirt. You know what I'm saying? So we go down, me and my mom, we go down. I mean, it's just, and the smells. I remember like yesterday.
I was gonna ask.
The smells. It's a oven.
Yeah.
So you smelling all type of fumes and hygiene and
All that.
The sounds. You hear huh. You know what I'm saying? Rather than somebody getting hit or a bag getting hit, from little kids to grown men. So you walk in and a lot going on. And you see these trainers sitting on the side. You see Mr. Logan. Mr. Logan, he's passed. Mr. Logan been there for years. If you look at Ain't There Crunk stuff, Mr. Logan there. You see Walter Smith, Walt. You know what I'm saying? Walt sitting on the side. And you see Lee. Lee is still alive. You know what I'm saying? To this day. But at the time when I came down, they were in their 80s and 90s.
Damn.
And this was 2003. So they're sitting on the side. So I literally it's nobody at the front desk, nobody check you in. So I don't know what to do. So I see everybody. So I just have a sit on the bench next to the trainers. Like, what do we do?
Right.
So this younger guy at the time walk up to me. He about in his 30s. He just sit down. So I'm sitting down. I'm from the east side too. So I'm like, nigga.
What you doing?
Yeah. So he's close. He's literally like. So I'm not feeling uncomfortable because he's a grown man at the time. I didn't start fighting until I was 16. So I'm just playing it smooth. Scoot over a little bit. So he like, you like boxing? I'm in my head like, we obviously. I'm like, yeah. I'm like boxing. He like, you ever box? He tap you ever box before? I'm like,
every time
man, like, what you tapping me for? You know what I'm saying? He like, you want to box? I'm like, my man. So I'm like, yeah. He like, I'll train you. I'm like, who you? So it turns out to be Manchester nephew, Sugar Hill.
Wow.
So Sugar Hill like, I'll train you. So I'm like, oh, you a trainer? He like, yeah. So at the time, he was also DPD, Detroit Police.
Yeah.
So he like, all right, yeah, I'll train you. So we literally get into the mirror, the famous mirror, everybody shadow box. he literally started showing me position, hand movement, everything. At the time, I didn't know much about boxing. So he started training me right-handed.
And that's the question I wanted to ask you. What led you to your style of how you, when you turn pro? 65 amateur fights.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fights, but I've seen guys that had 100 fights, amateur, whatever, but 65 is still a lot.
Yep.
So when Sugar started training you, what was the style that you feel comfortable with? Southpaw, you right-handed, or was you ambidextrous?
Believe it or not, I didn't know it was a difference.
Okay.
So he's just started training me, and I'm fighting right-handed. He's showing me everything. So we go a couple months. You know, I'm starting to get it. We jab, and he's showing me the crunk way, the crunk style. And then all of a sudden, I spar with somebody southpaw. He like, oh, this is southpaw. This is a little something different. I'm like, what's southpaw? He like, left-handed. I'm like, I'm left-handed. You got away. Right-handed.
By the way.
Left-handed. He like, are you? He like, you ain't say nothing. I'm like, I didn't know.
Right.
So after that sparring session, he switched me. So we started fighting southpaw, but it just didn't feel natural. You know what I'm saying? So I went months training southpaw, and I got good at it, but it didn't feel natural. So I was more comfortable fighting right-handed. But then when I started looking at fighters, I started seeing fighters that were left-handed that was having success fighting right-handed orthodox.
Yeah.
De La Hoya, Trinidad, and a lot of them fighters, they had a dominant hook because that was their strong hand.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So I started fighting. I kept fighting. You know, I switch every once in a while, but for the most part, like I stayed orthodox. I stayed right-handed.
That's what I like. I like the orthodox
and
style.
you know that's how everything really began, man.
So when you orthodox, you got options.
Yeah,
You got options.
You got options.
Yep.
But you harder to figure out.
You are too, because you can switch and you're comfortable. But a lot of times also too in boxing, when you get somebody that's constantly switching, they're uncomfortable. They're trying to figure the other opponent out. So you don't want to switch a lot. But yeah, like if you can switch, you can. I mean, as we all just seen Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can switch and be comfortable, be great at it, you know, it's good. And then also, you know, like I wasn't blessed to fight during the golden era of boxing during the 80s with my uncle and Tommy. But Crunk had such a legacy, it always attracted talent. Like I fought in the legacy, like I fought in tournaments with Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, like my stable mates, because at this time Crunk had grown. So we had Crunk Flint, Crunk Arizona, Crunk Cleveland, Crunk Philly. Like we had so many satellite gyms.
Yeah.
So like my stable, when we go to tournaments, they win. So to fight in the national tournament, sort of like any other sport, you got to win out your prospective city. So they'll win Philly, Chicago, wherever. But then nationals, they'd be Crunk. Everybody, so our team is just huge.
Yeah.
So we had Crunk, Anthony Andre Durrell, Mickey Bay, like a lot of former world champions, you know, like was my stablemate.
I got a question real quick about Andre Ward. I love Andre Ward. And I used to, you know, he retired undefeated also. How good was he?
Oh, Andre was great.
He could have kept boxing.
He could have. I feel like it got to a point he did
31-0, 32-0, something like that.
Right. He felt like he did everything that he wanted to do in boxing. And then also too in boxing, it can become a sense of frustration when you're not getting the fights that you want. You know, because what spectators see is the fight, the big fight.
Right.
And that's what they tune in for. Y'all living y'all life, y'all day-to-day, whatever, and then boom, it's fight night. As a fighter, the fight is easy. That's the easy part, especially if you train hard. The hard part is training. Like if you're a champion, you didn't become a champion that night. You became a champion during camp.
6 months ago.
You know?
Right.
The fight, you just showed up and did everything that you've been doing.
Yeah.
So you give away so much of your life and dedication. Like when you're in camp and as a fighter, you know, like usual fighters, you're not having sex. You know what I'm saying? For months.
Right.
You know, you're on a diet if you got to make weight. You know, you're religiously working out, you know, like multiple times a day. So you're giving up so much stuff for the fight. So in the fight, you just literally showing up. And like I've seen fights of myself or other people that fought, and we talking like, man, that was a good shot. You slip it. They're like, man, I didn't even like. It's just natural. Instinct. Like you do it so much, you not think your body is on autopilot.
I saw an interview recently on YouTube. Andre Ward interviewed Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford said just what you said. He said we hadn't even signed the contract for the Canelo fight. Yeah, I was training 6 months before it was even like official. Like we don't even know if it's gonna go down. He was like, I was training 6 months before that. Like in case it go down, I'm getting in the mode. So when he said and to your point, he said when we get to the fight, it's just a fight.
It's just a fight.
Either I won the fight in camp or I lost it in camp.
And that's
what he said. Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Hey, so I got a question for you, man. So you mentioned the smells when you got down there, and I'm taking on a different angle of the Kronk. First of all, is Kronk still a thing in the city of Detroit where it's big, getting big like that?
It will be.
It will be.
You know, Kronk is under the direction of CEO John, and this guy named John. He used to be a former fighter. He's the CEO of Kronk now. Kronk is now about to open within the next month within Brewster's.
Okay.
They're giving Kronk a space within Brewster Projects at the old Brewster gym. So Kronk is getting ready to open, revamp itself. It has its first revamped fighter coming out, Lee from Canada, great amateur champion. So yeah, Kronk is on the comeback, man. The everything, and then also all of the knowledge and tutelage that's still around is pouring back into it.
Okay.
So
for the amateurs out there who may be novice boxing fans or just casual boxing fans, or like you said, they just tune in when it's fight night.
Yeah.
What makes a great fighter?
A great fighter is made through discipline, honestly, right? Because I feel like a great fighter has to develop. Like, you got kids that's just naturally good, and you may see them like, they're going to be a world champion. And it's going to be so much that happens through the years. If they don't have the discipline, that can derail them. It can be girls. It can be life. It can be just tired of, the sport, of the, consistency.
The grind.
So a great fighter is the consistency. And then a great fighter doesn't always have that. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Because as a kid grows and, their muscle memory start to grow and their body start to develop, they can be better than anybody ever would have thought they was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that consistency. Even in the later years, you may have a fighter that turns pro that's decent early in their career, but they stay at it. And the biggest thing in boxing is you have to have something. You have to have something special, right? And something special can be you just out cold, you talented. Something special can be discipline. The older we get, man, we know it's hard to have discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can be a decent fighter, but keeping discipline as you get older, especially like fighting these younger guys, you know what I'm saying? These younger guys, they talented. They partying. They drinking. They got women. But you're keeping that consistency and discipline, and that's how you're going to beat them. That's your edge. That's what really makes you special, that discipline. But having discipline is saying you're not having a life. You're giving up everything. So
you giving up everything for boxing.
You're giving up everything. It's a lonely sport.
Yeah, and the one thing about, it's an individual sport. It's you and that opponent that you're facing. And I got a couple of questions for my co-host. We had Mel Owens on here, right?
We did.
The Golden Bachelor.
We did.
Remember that?
You watched that show?
You watched that show, The Golden Bachelor?
I didn't see Mel's show, but I've seen the episode,
I got a question for you, and I got a question for you. Are you ready to love? Are you ready to love? Here we go. So listen, I got a question for this guy. Are you ready to love?
LL Q's in.
Hey, for all y'all don't know, Are You Ready to Love is one of my favorite reality TV shows, man. It's hosted by Tommy. You know, shout out to the Noops, man. They got a guy out there finally doing something. That's new words. Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy.
They finally doing something right.
They finally doing something right. But shout out to Uncle Tommy, man. And for y'all don't know, our guy right here is going to be on the upcoming season of Ready to Love. It was filmed in Houston.
No, it's filmed in Detroit.
Oh, it's filmed in Detroit. It's filmed in Detroit.
Airs November 7th.
Yeah, there it is. Airs November 7th. Our own Thoroughbred Williams is going to be on the show. How was that experience, man?
Man, it was a great experience, man. I had a chance to meet some very great, intelligent, cool, beautiful women.
Oh, and before you get into it, explain what's the process?
So the process, the journey is that they get Ready to Love is a series that goes from major city to major city. They get usually 10 prospective men, 10 prospective women from that city and bring them together to find chemistry, to see if they can embark on a journey and find love within each other.
So did you get a call like, hey, we heard about you, or how did that work? I mean, how did
he walking down the street and say, hey, my man, come here. Hey, kid.
Right.
Or did you have to knock somebody out?
Yeah. How did you get, you know what I mean?
So actually, I've lived in Houston for years. And the second season of Ready to Love shot right before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of the things I didn't even apply, but people can refer somebody.
Okay.
So I had some friends in Houston that referred me, like, I think he'd be a good candidate for the show. So one of the producers called me.
Wow.
Was like, hey, Ed, you were referred, wonder if you're interested in the show, Show Ready to Love. Let's.
Had you known about the show
I heard about it.
Okay,
I heard about it, but I never seen the episode.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So, there's like, let's have a few conversations, this, and this. So I ended up having a few conversations. And then they were like, okay, you're selected for the Houston season.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So, I knew it was going to be a certain number of men, a certain number of women. We date each other. We figure it out. And I'm like, so when do we start shooting? They're like, we're looking at February.
Mm-hmm.
January come. COVID.
Yeah.
The world is shut down.
Yeah.
Nobody know what's going on. So February come, I'm like, what does this look like? So we reaching out to the network. They're like, yeah, we're going to push the shooting back a month, kind of see what's going on. Boom. March come. We're going to push it back a month, see what's going on.
Now, what year are we talking?
2020.
2020.
Gotta be
2020.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So every month it was being pushed back. So I was married before. I have two beautiful children. My daughter is now 22. My son's 16.
Okay, cool.
So during this time.
I remember when they was.
I know. Damn.
Yeah.
And I'm only 23.
Right.
So during that time, summers was our thing. They'd come out to Houston.
Yeah.
So month after month, June come. They're like, yeah, we thinking about doing something in July. I'm like, I can't do it. Family obligations. I didn't want to take that time away
from your kids.
From my kids.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
For sure.
I bowed out. Then we're having a great season. I seen it. I know a few of the castmates from Houston that season.
Mm-hmm.
So then 23 come. One of the producers called me, can't remember her name at the time, but she was one of the producers to help cast me for that season. She's like, hey, remember me, da-da-da-da.
Reaching back out to you.
Reaching back out. I'm not working on Ready to Love right now. I'm working on the show Love is Blind. Are you familiar with it? So I went to Eastern EMU. One of my classmates during that time was Lauren Speed.
Mm-hmm.
She was on the first season of Love is Blind. She ended up finding love, marrying a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, so what made you call me? She's like, well, somebody reached out to me again. So I'm like, who? She's like, well, you know how, because they can't tell you who.
They can't tell you.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm like, well, who was? She's like, Ed, you know how I go. I'm like, she's like, but do you know anybody from the show? I'm like, well, I know Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
So she started laughing. So I'm like,
You just left it at that.
Yeah.
You kinda,
So then she's like, "But I felt like you was a great fit for Love Is Blind. I mean, for Ready to Love also." So I'm like, so I don't really know all the details about Love Is Blind. Like I know, you talk through them in a pod, you don't see them to the end, then you marry them. I'm like, is it real? She's like, yeah, no, it's real. She's like, just as you said, you talk to them, you get to know them without visually seeing them. If you decide to choose them, you see them, then you decide to marry them. And the marriage is 100% real.
Wow.
She was like, but if you, at a certain period, if you feel the marriage isn't working out, we'll pay for the divorce and this and this.
Oh, they do all that, huh?
I'm like,
What? They fit the pill? Fit the bill for the D?
But I'm like, I was already married before. I already got one L on the record. You know what I'm saying? And that's also, you know what I'm saying? That's
12, 1, and 1.
So I'm
That'll
like,
be 12, 2, and 1.
So I'm like, it's tough because I don't want to be having a conversation because that comes up. Like, were you ever married? I'm like, X, Y, Z, young. It didn't work out. To say, oh, yeah, well, I was married again, but it was on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'll pass. Fast forward, she calls again. Hey, Ed, I know it's been a few years. No, just checking to see how you doing, how things going. I'm like, it's good. What's up? So we're doing Ready to Love again. Don't know what you got going on in your life right now, but we're doing Detroit. I know you're from Detroit. Don't know where you are, but I feel like it'd be good for you. If you're interested, I'm like, no, I think that time has passed.
Yeah.
This, like, well, you know what? Don't just be too hasty. At the time, one of the executives, want to talk to you. Just, have a conversation with them. And if after the conversation, however you feel, we leave it at that.
Yeah.
Cool. End up having a conversation. One of the bruhs, one of the producers.
It's a bruh.
It's a bruh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog,
You better do this. Bro, you're a cat and you don't do that.
So I had a conversation, and he had some great persuasive.
Right.
So I'm like, all right. So I end up going through the process and selected for the Detroit season, and again met some great people. It was a great journey, great experience.
Nice.
So tune in.
Nice.
Ready to Love.
Yeah,
November 7th.
don't give it away. Don't give it away.
November 7th, HBO Max. Detroit. What up, though?
Oh, wait.
What up,
hold on. It's on HBO Max?
HBO Max.
Oh, it get.
HBO love me. I fought on HBO in 2016 at the MGM Grand. Pay-per-view, Terrence Crawford undercard at the Clave.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So Bruhz back on HBO, man.
HBO been good to you.
HBO been good to me. If HBO, want to do something else, we do cooking shows, we watch kids, whatever.
Yeah. So it's already taped.
It's done.
Already
It's done. It's wrapped.
So he ain't
ready to roll.
gonna let you know if he married,
It's right.
if he was ready to love. You got to
It's
tune
right.
in.
You got to
So
tune in.
You got to
The
tune
only
in.
dating show that I watched was Flavor of Love.
Okay.
Oh, that was
is-
back. Yeah, it was it.
Is it anything like Flavor of Love?
I would say the similarities of Flavor of Love is the spontaneity. It's very spontaneous.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
It can be going in one direction where you think it's going, and then there's a current stream of events.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Someone you think is gonna find love don't. Someone you think is not gonna find love does.
There's a lot of stuff that be going on behind the scenes too. Like
It is.
people get eliminated. Next thing you know, they still in contact.
It is.
Yeah.
And so it's filmed here.
Oh, Detroit. It's filmed in Detroit.
So we got some
Yeah.
Belle Isle, 7 Mile.
yep.
he sent me the link. I seen him. It's like skate.
Real life
Gets
Cuba.
it in.
It was great. Like, it was a great cast. You know what I'm saying? Even from the guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Great castmates. With the women, you know what I'm saying? Great, beautiful women. I feel like, of course, I'm biased. Detroit was one of the better seasons. you know, like in what I love about the network, because it's shown on HBO, but it's produced by Oprah's network.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
What I love about the network is they captured the essence of the D.
Nice.
You know, they really captured the essence of the D.
Nice,
Like,
nice.
we patronize local spots.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was good.
And also, what I realized, I just watched the last season when it was in Philly.
Yep.
One of the guys that was in there, I forgot his name, but he doing commercials now, man, and he used that opportunity for his, you know,
it's a great opportunity. I mean, at the end of the day, you're being showcased on a national platform.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is as far as you get what you take out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
You do the Rise coffee. Is it called Rise?
I'm not sure.
R-I.
But I know, I mean, people in previous seasons, previous cast has taken opportunities for film, modeling, acting, whatever your passion is, you're put on a platform for that
open
moment.
up some doors for
so
That's nice.
you can utilize it. And then what I'm loving about the network and what they've done is sort of like what I call like a fraternity sorority aspect, right? Because this is like the 12th season, if I'm 12th or 13th season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they've allowed
y'all still
previous
connect.
seasons to come together, connect you with other, seasons, and sort of build that cohesive relationship with previous castmates of other cities. You know, like
nice.
So you know, like I like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Ed, I got a question, man. I know you mentioned a couple of names earlier, and I'm bringing it back to boxing. I'm gonna move off that for a hot second. What's some of the first names that we need to be looking for? So if I walk into a bar and I tell a guy, "Hey man," because first of all, let me say this. My boy told me about Floyd before Floyd got. So him and his dad, they was in Milan together.
Yeah.
So, and he told me, and I was like, Floyd, I don't know no Floyd Mayweather. He said, man, he gonna be the next. He said, Champ with his dad.
Yeah.
He said, Champ said he gonna be this and be that. And Champ, actually, I went up there to see him. Champ was the picture man at the time. Anywho, and he threw Floyd, and I was like, man, I don't know who this guy. And so Floyd then became what he's become.
Yep.
So if I go to a bar tomorrow, barbershop bar, who can I name drop that's up and coming right now that you know of?
Honestly, that's tough because I haven't really followed amateur boxing like I should. But Detroit is popping again. You know, again, Crunk is coming back, but super bad boxing. My man Tony Harrison.
Tony.
He's making amateur champions.
He went to high school with my daughter at Montreux.
He just had a fight.
Yeah.
He just recently coming off a win. Yeah. But his gym, his amateur team, like they're making noise in the ranks of boxing. I mean, he just got a young lady, Jasmine, that just turned pro. She was a national champion for years.
Bad.
She gonna make noise in female boxing. She's gonna be a world champion.
Wow.
Like, you heard it here first. But his amateurs, like, and not counting out any other gyms in Detroit. But Tony's over there. He got a system. You know, he got the secret sauce right now.
Yeah.
So I can't just give you a specific name, but I guarantee you, Detroit is about to have some more world champions in the next 6 to 7 years.
So real quick, now I want to step on you, but you just said some other gyms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this Crump, this Detroit. This is all I know.
Yeah.
You just said that and just blew me because I'm like, there's some other gyms.
So the thing about boxing, like I said, Crunk was a Detroit wreck, right? So back in the 60s on forward, boxing was housed in recreation centers. Like Lasky,
Butzel had Butzel. Yeah.
Brewster's.
Right. I remember that.
Joe Louis comes from the Brewster boxing recreation.
Okay.
Yep.
So you had that, right? But Crunk ended up becoming one of the world's famous gyms.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but with that being said, you had so many fighters that fought at other gyms as amateurs, and when they turned pro, Emmanuel made them Crunk fighters.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Okay,
After their legacy in boxing, they retired and they did their own thing, rather train fighters here or train fighters at other gyms. So now you got the era where you got former crunk fighters that has their own gyms and doing stuff and kind of have that teaching and methodology of crunk and whatever. And they're producing good fighters around the city, like Detroit. Wow. Kind of like any other sport, right? Football, basketball, baseball. You go to these national tournaments and certain cities produce. You be like, oh, Philly here? Yeah, we got a hard night tonight. New York here? Detroit is one of those cities still.
Okay.
Where you come, you go to the national tournament, you got.
Where you from? From Detroit.
Oh yeah. You got to fight.
You got to fight.
You gotta fight.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. Detroit being on the come up because the only names I'm hearing out of Detroit right now, like out of this area, Alicia Baumgartner, Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, they're the biggest names, and shout out to female boxing. And shout out to MVP Jake Paul Promotions. He's doing a lot for female boxing.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of my former trainers, Theatrice Chambers III. He's Jake head coach.
Okay.
Shout out to one of my stable mates, J. Leon Love. He's Jake's second. So again, that's Detroit. That's crunk.
All Detroit.
That's crunk.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
The bloodline.
The bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sugar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bloodline is throughout the industry. But the thing is, female boxing is taking off. You got those two women that you've mentioned that's doing their thing. But the thing about boxing is that, like any other sport, just because you're on top, and this is nothing against the people we've named, but in general, just because you're on top don't mean you're the best. And just because you're the best don't mean you're on top. It's politics.
Yeah.
It's politics. And it's great fighters, male and female in the city, that's not getting their shot due to the ambiguity of politics. So hopefully
that's fair.
We got Salita Promotions, Dimitri Salita, a fighter from New York, former champion, now set up camp here in Detroit. Former promoter of Clarissa Shields. He's given a lot of guys opportunity. He gave me an opportunity. And then you also have, again, MVP, due to his relationship with Third and Jay Leon. He's giving Detroit fighters opportunities. So you about to see more.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. And, boxing is one of those sports, but when we look at boxing, we look at Mike Tyson, Tommy Hearns, we look at some of the greats and something like that. We don't know that, they got it from the mud.
Yeah.
You come up from the city of Detroit, East Side, Denby High School. Your father was Dwayne Thomas, was a champion. Yeah, you got it from the mud. Yep. But you are one of the rare breeds of boxers that I know that has multiple degrees. You got multiple degrees, you got your bachelor's degree, you got your master's degree. Why was that so important for you to do that, considering the sport you were in, where you can say, I can get paid real quick, I can make a bunch of money, and I might not have to work again in my natural, in life, but you, for some reason, and it was a great reason, you got your bachelor's, you got your master's degree, and one of the rare boxers that I know that have accomplished those two goals.
It's actually the same reason, which is a gift and a curse, right? So being able, growing up around boxing, seeing people at their heyday, seeing when they were world champions or whatever, boxing is unlike any other sport. It's unforgiving. You can be at the pinnacle of the sport and be the man and not want for anything. 6 months later, homeless and asking for change.
Wow.
There's no pension plan. There's no severance package. There's no 401k. You can literally have a negative bank account and fight tomorrow and have millions of dollars. And then as a competitor, but as a boxer, you have that mentality that, I made it. All I have to do is fight. If I get another fight, I got it again. And then from the aspect of coming from nothing, you don't have that financial management. Saving. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I remember RJ Page used to tell me after every fight, I go buy something fly, I'm saying? Like, bro, save your money. Save your money. I'm like, bro, I hear you. All I got to do is fight again.
Yeah, right.
But at some point, the fight stopped. You're not getting the call. You're not in the ring. And all the money that you spent is gone. So with that being said, these fighters were at the elite status, the highest you can go with anything you can ever imagine. But at the end of the day, the bills is gonna come every month, even when the check stop.
Yep.
So they went from highlights to lowlights, and I seen that. You know, even my uncle was a former world champion, made millions, and seeing them living a regular lifestyle. You know, I've seen world champions beg for change. You know, people that you wouldn't even stop, and you gotta be like, no, you do. You know who this is? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So me seeing that was like, oh, I need a backup plan. Granted, I want to be a world champion. I want to do X, Y, and Z, but I need a backup plan. If this don't work, I'm not gonna be, one of the cases.
Yeah.
So that was my drive to say, you know what? I'm gonna go to school. I got a bachelor's in engineering. Later, was blessed to get a master's in business from LSU. But I was like, I gotta have a backup plan. And I was able, a lot of times too, as athletes, that competitive nature can be a detriment because you like, I'm gonna keep going, and they miss that when it's time. And when I decided it was time, I was like, okay, I'm at a pivotal point to where do I excel in business or continue and excel in boxing? And I knew how boxing, again, was unforgiving. And I was like, you know what? You fought on pay-per-view HBO. You fought on Showtime. You fought on Terrence Crawford on the card, Clarissa Shields on the cards. Been in sparring camps and training camps with world champions.
And met people that you never thought you would meet.
Yeah.
Never thought I would meet.
Right.
I mean, I got a story of when I met Marvin Hagler at the bar with Andy Lee.
Wow.
Former world champion for Ireland at Far from Crocker. We were drunk. You know what I'm saying? We was kids. I got another, Andy was my guy. I got another guy. So Andy was signed to, at the time, De La Hoya. What's De La Hoya?
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy
production.
So before he got signed to Golden Boy, me and Andy was like this. Emmanuel just signed him because he fought in the 2002 Olympics in Athens for Ireland. Emmanuel signed him. Me and Andy the same age. My guy, we just clicked. So we hanging out. Emmanuel take us to Vegas. We hanging out or whatever. Emmanuel was like, Andy, chill out. Don't drink too much. De La Hoya's about to come speak to you. So Emmanuel walk off. So me and Andy at the bar, so De La Hoya walk up to me like, Andy! I'm looking.
No clue.
His brother whispered in his ear. Next to him like, Andy!
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Boxers taking me all over the world.
I would have been like, what up? What up? What up?
Right. That's not Andy.
Been in rooms, I've had dinner. A good fun fact, man. I've had dinner with Floyd and Warren Buffett.
Wow.
Wait.
You sat down with the richest man in the world.
Yeah. And
You had dinner with Floyd Mayweather
and Warren Buffett.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And the crazy thought about it, so we were at the table, we were talking, because
You didn't have to pay the bill, right?
no.
All right.
I don't know. Hey, with Warren Buffett, you might have had to.
I just wanted to make sure we
rich.
clear. I wanted to make sure we clear on that.
So in my mind, I'm like, this is dope, man. People won't even believe it. Like, I'm about to get as much knowledge as possible. So Warren, talking like, Ed, I hear you're upcoming fighter, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Warren, I want to ask you one question. If you can go back and talk, because Warren come from humble beginnings. He wasn't rich. You know what I'm saying? If this Warren Buffett can go back and talk to 15-year-old Warren Buffett, what would you tell him? I'm thinking I'm about to be like, I'm betting this on black.
Yeah, right.
He like, I would tell young Warren, find something you love and do it.
Wow.
I'm like,
that basic.
What?
Wow.
You Warren Buffett, find something you love, bro.
Wow.
I'm done.
Wow.
But now I get it. I get it. I mean, I've had the experience to do a lot of things in life. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a home care agency. I own real estate. Doing a lot of different things. And I've done things in life that I didn't love doing. That I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But when you love it, it don't feel like, kind of like when I was boxing.
When you love it, it don't feel like work.
It don't feel like work.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
So that was a Drew at the time. I couldn't. I'm like, man, this dude tripping. Like he just because I'm black, he don't want to tell me.
Yeah, right. That's what you think. That's what you think.
He don't want to give it to me.
Yeah, meanwhile,
he just sprinkled you with something.
Bruh, he was like, find something you love, do it, and do it.
So Ed, it got to feel good to be, and this is not a question at all, but it got to feel good to be in the corporate world, doing what you're doing, being successful as you are, and still have the capability to punch an executive in the mouth. If you had to. Give him a quick one and be done with it.
But you know what?
Deliver. That's what I hear. Deliver. You hit a guy. Liver shot is over.
The liver shot in the jawbone right there.
It's over.
So I found out it's a nerve that connects, from your brain all the way down to your sciatic, right? And the way your jaw is a hole, and it goes right between there. It's right by your jawbone. And if you hit just right, your jaw will twist and pinch the nerve.
I'm not sure we should be sharing
Attention. The Brown Couch Bruhz are not responsible for the information shared by Thoroughbred.
And it cuts off mobility. Like even your mind is still sharp. Like your mind, you be like, no, and your body just cuts off like somebody hit the light switch. Yep. And if you hit it just right, it pinches that nerve like when you was a kid when you hold the water hose.
Yeah.
That literally is what happened. So between the kidneys, the liver, or that spot, you don't even got to punch hard. But to answer your question,
It's a whole new meaning. Cut the guy water off.
so literally,
It's a whole new meaning.
like so when you older, you got a different perspective. When I first got into corporate America and retired from, I was blessed. I'm not gonna say the name. I was blessed enough to work for a Fortune 500 at an elite level. Like I didn't have to start from the bottom, just due to relationships and my degree. So I came in, and I remember I was a market manager over, a region, but I had a person over me.
Of course.
And we were having a conversation, and we were kind of having we were not aligning on go-to-market approaches, right? So we were with a customer, and I was telling him about benefits of signing with this program, but he was telling him benefits of signing with another program that didn't benefit me and my market directly. But the customer liked what I was saying. He's like, oh yeah, he never told me that. So then when we got to the car, he was like, man, I don't appreciate you saying that. I felt like, you were trying to, just kind of like you were above me, or like you were better or something. I don't appreciate it. I'm like, no, it wasn't that. My job is, you guys hired me to push this program. I was just pushing the program. You didn't have any conversation with me that you suggested another program prior to, so I was unaware. He was like, no, man, where I'm from, he was from Puerto Rico, and he's like, and at the time he didn't know my background. He just thought I was a normal corporate employee. He's like, where I'm from, people think, because, I am where I am. I had like a golden paved road or this and this. Like, I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm from the streets, and I've always, if anybody disrespected me, I handled it. I'm saying, I'm listening. Like,
Okay.
So he was like,
jawbone and liver. Jawbone and liver.
So he was like, we sit in the car, he's driving. I'm riding with him. So it's like this. So he like, yeah. So, I feel like, if you try to take from me, you take it from my family, this and this. So, if you ever try that again, I might just have to, make a point.
You hit him in his liver.
No. At this point, the east side kicked in.
Right.
I'm like,
you don't know.
He got me messed up.
You got me.
That's what I said.
Right.
You got me.
Right.
So, I'm like, I ain't trying to lose my job.
Right.
I got a good job. How your grandma call you like, you got a good job.
That good job. Don't let them people take that good job from you.
I'm like, so, I reached over and I looked at him in the eye. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I hear where you're from. I'm like, and I'm from Detroit. I'm not sure if you know much about it, but what I can tell you is, if it ever got to that, and it comes to me or you, you won't make it out this car.
Wow.
And I looked at him just like that. And that was it.
And that was it.
That was it. There was no more conversation.
Well, look, we can't let you get out of here without doing our 3-1-3 segment.
Bam,
So
bam,
these
bam.
are quick hitters.
Okay.
And it's dedicated to, of course, our city. So I'm gonna hit you with a 3. Give me the 3 most influential people in your life.
My mother.
Shout out to mom.
My kids. That's my why. And my friends, man, my best friends. Like
Ooh.
that's my counsel.
Nice. 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 For sure. Jess, hit him with a 1.
Man, well, I'm gonna make it easy for you, man. And when I say easy, it's not. Pound for pound, who's the best? You got.
When you say pound for pound, are we talking active or in life? Lifetime.
You make the call
Lifetime.
because you've studied all of it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say lifetime. Pound for pound. Not biased because he's a stable mate. Not biased because he's a fellow Detroiter, but Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns.
And when I say pound for pound, I'm not saying because
Ooh.
you never lost, but Tommy will fight any. He fought everybody.
That he did.
Yeah.
That he did.
And at
Wasn't no
that point,
ducking and dodging.
That he did.
he would try you.
Yeah.
He would throw the sink at you.
Mhm.
He ain't
Like-
even Duck Martin.
Yeah.
No.
Pound for pound.
He ain't even Duck Martin.
Doug Martin, right.
champ.
Pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? Tommy won 4 weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, shout out to Bud, 3 division weight class in the current 3 belt era. But when Tommy's fighting 3 belts, and Tommy won 4 weight classes, and nobody's jumped that high. Tommy went from welterweight.
Yeah.
I fought at 5'10", I fought at 140. Tommy's 6'1", fought at 147 starting off.
Mm-hmm.
To light heavyweight.
Mhm.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't dodge his smoke neither.
No, he didn't dodge.
Mm.
You know, even
Tommy went from 147. Was that
He-
one? That's welterweight.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was the
All the way
welterweight with
to light heavyweight.
Yeah, the light
Damn.
heavyweight.
Now what's light heavy? 170?
yeah, like
It's still about
178.
35, 40
Yeah.
pounds. He
Yeah.
put, yeah.
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 I mean, in wars, shooting a cannon.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I got
So
a newfound
we
respect
did the
for Tommy.
3, we did the 1. Now you got to get the other 3.
No, let's do it.
In your boxing career, the things you've been through, the things you've seen outside the game of boxing, what would be 3 things if you could change in boxing right now, whether it's negative or positive, to help the sport of boxing?
I feel like boxing in the league, man. It's hard because you got so many hands in the pots and so many people feel like they're running their space. But I feel like if boxing had an organized league like the NFL, NBL, NBA, it'll keep the longevity of the athlete. It'll keep sustainability of athletics of the career. And then it'll have a longer lifespan even after boxing. Because then you'll have more things in play where you got to check, you got financial management, education.
Right.
Definitely that. I feel like it should get back to people fight any and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You able to dodge people. You able to, okay, I'm about to just have a non-sanctioned fight and fight anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you don't fight somebody, the belt's taken or
And that was the difference back in the day. It wasn't no dodge. Like, guys give up their belt. Because I don't want to, I give up the belt.
they fought 15 rounds
Right.
with smaller gloves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was
Don't you hit me in my head no more.
so
but they paying the price for it today.
They are. That
facts.
they are.
So I don't mind what y'all say earlier, science. I don't mind science and technology coming into it, but still there are certain things I feel like you can't avoid, and I feel like the whole how they're able to duck people. I feel like some people should be mandatory. You know,
Yeah.
And I feel like the belts you got 3 different sanctions of the major belts, but I feel like they should be able to work together to still say if you're number 1, you fight the number 1 of any belt, like versus only of our belt.
Yeah.
You know?
And what'll be your last one for that third?
My last would be they get tighter on the restrictions of retirement.
Okay.
Like,
explain.
so I mean, you of course fighting, you're a prize fighter, right? To fight for the prize, for money or whatever you're fighting for.
Yep.
But at some point too, you're a pride fighter. You know, you're taking fights out of your heart. And definitely with the money there.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're not physically capable anymore, you know, like it needs to be a general consensus, and this may be where the league will come in to say, like, you know, we get it, you pay dues, but we want you to have a life outside of the sport.
There you go.
No protection.
There you go.
Yeah.
No protection.
You know,
From themselves.
From yourselves.
Yeah.
And it's your pride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always the money. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, with boxing being a non-collegiate sport also.
Yeah.
You know, and then with it being a league, I think it'll help fighters further their education, have a better life after boxing.
Yeah.
But also, with it being a non-collegiate sport and you don't got set up, you like, I was at the pinnacle. I was millions of dollars, X, Y, and Z. But after this, I'm going to go shake fries at McDonald's. Because for years, I turned pro at 16, 17. Not me, but fighters.
Yeah.
I turned pro at 16, 17. I've been doing this. I don't have any work experience. I don't have anything.
Right.
And outside of my brand, corporations may not want to bring me in because I can't really talk. You know, I'm not grown. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep right there.
So at least set these guys up for life after boxing.
Life after boxing.
Life after.
And that's not to cut, but that's one of the things, you know, outside of, you know, businesses I have, you know what I'm saying? I'm into professional speaking, motivational speaking to the kids specifically, you know, in impoverished areas, urban areas I grew up in, but also men, you know, but teaching, I'm speaking to say that, you know, ultimately, what's your why? Ways that's gonna make you better, strategy, and ultimately life after boxing. Like not even after boxing, after athletics. Like you got
athletics.
NFL,
That's
NBA, people that do this all their life to the highest pinnacle, and they struggle, and then people think, oh, he broke, and ain't always the money. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I don't know. This is all I know.
That's all I know.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what they say.
And when it's gone,
after the cheering stop, what do you do?
and when it's gone, you're like, I don't know how to do anything else. So you fall into a depression.
Yeah.
So a lot of the leagues have started to bring former athletes in to sort of coach that. But I feel like in boxing is one, but just in general, you know, bring athletes in to kind of support and coach that life after athletics. Like, what's next?
And it's interesting that you say that, because it's not just I can't physically do this anymore, or it's not just I don't have the opportunities. The opportunities are I can't physically do this anymore. And who am I now?
Yeah,
that part.
Yeah. Well, it's been another episode of Brown Couch Bruhz.
Hey, before we go, man, give your shout out, man. Where can they reach you at?
Man,
all that stuff, man.
It's pretty consistent on IG, Thoroughbred Boxing, THOROUGHBOXING. Facebook, Ed Thoroughbred Williams. That's really it, man. Google me, Ed Thoroughbred Williams, boxer. Google, you know,
and catch him on HBO.
On HBO,
Ready to Love. Yeah.
It's good stuff, man.
Ready to Love.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me.
To the queue.
Roll that gamma
And it's been another episode of the Brown Couch Bruhz, and we are out.